That's why I was confused.
Nicole,
her parents in a negative way and try to discredit her parents. That's where it's like, you need to stop talking. And I think everybody at the table was like,
parents of anything. I mean, verbatim. I said, I think you're confusing me with your parents.
Her dead parents.
Verbatim.
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 You're confusing me. You're confusing me with your parents.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Verbatim.
Verbatim.
Her dead parents.
Ahoy! 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 Ahoy, mateys! Welcome back, everyone, to another Captain Patriot video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, we're taking a look at Season 9. This is Episode 3. If you haven't seen my previous episodes, feel free to go back and watch them whenever you want. You don't have to go back right now. You don't have to go back at all. You're a free person. You can make whatever decision you want in life. Anyways, before I digress into madness talking about politics, let's just jump right into drama, because that is so much healthier for the mind than politics. So this is the episode that follows the Thanksgiving dinner where everyone lashed out at Nicole.
Toughen the fuck up.
Babe, this is my dinner. Shut the fuck up.
I love you.
What is wrong with you? Please don't talk.
That's
Just
why I
don't
was
talk.
confused.
Nicole.
You can't choose one, I do, bitch.
Chriselle had a moment where she was in the bathroom making a joke about her parents haunting Nicole.
I'm gonna summon my parents to haunt her. Seriously.
There's a whole ordeal. If you haven't seen the video, it might be helpful to go watch it, but it's not necessary. Without further ado, let's get right into reviewing this episode.
I'm so sorry you had to freaking deal with that, but
You were actually like,
I was pissed.
I
was pissed. I'm still pissed. Nicole's so defensive. I'm 47 years old. I'm like, just fucking say it. You did blow. Don't sit here and act like you didn't fucking do it. Like, it's like, why are you lying?
but my point is I don't care. Like, that wasn't ever my point.
Oh, of course, you don't care. Oh, of course. It was never about the drug usage, right? Yo, I don't care, actually. I was just saying it just cause. Oh, yeah, now, of course, it's no big deal. Everyone does drugs, so who cares? I don't care. I just use it as an insult all the time. Oh, yeah, okay. Makes perfect sense, Chriselle.
This has been going on for almost 3 years now, and I think Chriselle wanted to have the last dig.
Then let her. Children are the ones who always need to have the last word in. Let her. Who gives a shit? Like, your job is to sell houses. I don't understand why this is such a hard concept. Like, I can understand standing on principle, but at a certain point, you have to understand the person you're arguing with is literally brain dead. Like, you're not going to argue with someone in a coma, are you? Until you're like, what is this?
I know.
They should have never been brought into the conversation, and the way she said it was so ugly.
As if it's like I own you in this moment.
Gotcha.
Like, oh, you owned me. My parents are dead. Okay. I'm gonna summon my parents to haunt her. Seriously.
Well, you clearly don't seem to care that much if you're willing to make jokes about it. If you're willing to make jokes about your dead parents, it probably isn't seriously impacting your life enough to the point where you're going to be so sensitive to someone even mentioning your parents, and not even saying they were dead, but just simply mentioning your parents. Interesting, Chriselle. Seems a little hypocritical to me. Surprise visitor. Our ship's mascot. This is the rat catcher. She catches all the rats and gets them. She gets the rats on the ship, because the whole theme is boats on this channel. It's boats in America. Say hi, Louie. Say hi. Say hi.
It just fucking blows my mind, to be honest.
It takes a lot to shut me up. In the moment, I was like,
Finally, some honesty from Chriselle. Yes, it does take a lot to shut her up. That much is true.
That's the thing, because it hurt.
it is a different type of pain. Going through that process with them for so long, it's like a bit traumatizing. She's like an actual, like if cancer was a human being.
You're not going to use cancer as an insult towards people you don't like. If you are seriously traumatized by your parents dying of cancer, I highly doubt that you're going to be using cancer as an insult towards other people. I said this in my other video. If you are abused in a relationship, you're not going to use that abuse to insult other people, especially if it's seriously impacted your life. I don't believe for a second that any normal functioning person who is seriously impacted by something horrible is going to use that horrible thing to try and get under someone else's skin. That is so petty and disgusting, and well-adjusted people don't do that. That's not a normal behavior.
I know an apology at this point, you're just like,
I'm not going to speak to her anymore ever again.
You figured it out. Hey, you figured it out, girl. Good job. Not like you could have done that from the very start. Not like you had that option all along. No, now after everything's blown up, now you're never going to talk to her again, right? Oh, genius. This next part is actually the best part of this entire episode. Enjoy this masterpiece. Ha! Cringe! I caught you doing something cringe!
I got you! I got you! Take that, you friggin' psycho!
I wonder if it's inappropriate to use a Batman clip while talking about dead parents.
I have not been speaking to Nicole, but she's one of my oldest and dearest friends. I'm absolutely shocked at what she said to Chriselle at Girls Giving. I just want to know what's going on with her. I'm concerned.
Honestly, this seems really disingenuous because at the dinner where Chriselle said that Nicole was on crack or she was all cracked out.
You've been acting a little cracked out all night.
Holy shit.
Okay.
You're a bitch.
Wow.
No one? Mary? No one?
Okay, guys,
seriously?
guys.
Honestly, you know what?
Right, like right there, Mary doesn't know how to respond. She just stutters a bunch and then says nothing, right? She doesn't come to Nicole's defense. She doesn't call Chriselle out for being extremely inappropriate. None of that happens. But then when Nicole says something disparaging or negative directed towards Chriselle, now everyone's all offended. Now everyone's all up in arms and everyone rushes to Chriselle's defense.
Discredit her parents. That's where it's like, you need to stop talking. And I think everybody at the table was like,
parents of anything. I mean, verbatim. I said, I think you're confusing me with your parents.
Her dead parents.
Oh man, this is the danger of misremembering things. Okay, in Mary's mind, it's that Nicole said your dead parents, which she didn't. I played the clip for you at the beginning of this video. It sucks because, once a rumor like that starts or once the false memory begins, it becomes so much more difficult to root it out and to reinstigate the truth in its place where it deserves to be. Unfortunately, you have the entire office believing, because of whatever reason, because of the emotionally charged situation that they were in, that Nicole actually was specifically attacking the dead parents. The entire point of what Nicole actually said was about the drug usage, because it's been an ongoing issue, right? This isn't some sort of new thing that we're now hearing about. This happened back in season 6 is when Chriselle attacked Nicole for drug usage, right? Which again, doesn't make any sense. If everyone in the office is already doing drugs, why are you using that as an insult? It seems kind of bizarre because like that could be thrown right back at you, but I digress. Let's keep going.
you just look dumb and petty.
Do you think that's being a good friend?
I have been a friend and I care about you and I don't see a good outcome.
But Mary,
at all.
How
I'm not
much
worried
can
about
you care about me if
I'm standing here right here trying to tell you, please stop on this path and digging your heels in.
I think it's fair for Nicole to be upset that Mary didn't have her back, and this entire thing blew up really at that one dinner, right? This entire thing got so much worse when Chriselle took the slight towards Emma personally, right? She took that as like a personal offense and used that as a reason to go after Nicole. I don't think it was appropriate to say that Nicole was on drugs at that moment just because Chriselle was upset or angry. And I think everything has obviously spiraled out of control from this point. But the issue I have with that entire dinner party was the fact that Mary never actually stood up for Nicole, right? It's always like, it is always the same thing over and over again, is that Chriselle gets all this like grace and understanding and never has to apologize, never has to take accountability for anything. And yet everyone else around her does. It makes you wonder if it's because she's gay now, right? And I say gay, right? Because she came out right after dating Jason, right? Right after she wanted to have kids with Jason. She wanted to start a family with Jason. Jason said he wasn't ready. And then all of a sudden now she's gay and she's dating a they, them. Do whatever you want. You're an adult. You can be whoever you want. You can say whatever you want. I don't care about that. But I'm not going to take your words at face value. I'm going to look at your actions and try to analyze to see if what you're saying is accurate to what you're doing. And what you're doing is being an awful person. Chriselle. Talking about Chriselle. It just doesn't make any sense. But let's keep going. Let's see what else there is to offer. Ladies, you are fine just the way you are, okay? You do not need to add a bunch of silicone into your boob so that you can feel better about yourself, okay? You're fine the way that you are. There is nothing wrong with being natural. Do not feel the pressure of society to try and get implants or do anything like this, okay? You're fine. You're literally fine, okay? Dudes will like you regardless. You're genuinely fine. Like, it's fine. Everything is fine, okay? We're all gonna sag one day. We're all going to get ugly and wrinkly and skin spots. We're all going to be gross and disgusting and pooping ourselves one day. It's fine. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on dimply boobs. I'm sorry. I don't typically body shame people, but every so often you need to be reminded that you could be investing that money into crypto. I think it's just good to remind people that, you know, don't let these people on these crappy TV shows make you feel insecure or that you need to go and do something like this. It's stupid. It's pointless. It's worthless. And if you're all offended about that comment, okay, about the dimply boob comment, here is Chelsea body shaming someone else, okay? So I don't want to fucking hear it.
How are you? Good, darling. Good to see you.
What are you dressed as? The Hobbit?
Chelsea.
So I don't know if you guys actually remember this part, but Mary and Chelsea got into it. They're not on good terms right now, right? And it's all because one girl slut shamed another girl for having her hoo-ha out. Here's the clip.
Hoo-ha is like out. You know, it's not professional.
I do take it a bit of a dig that you would come to me in front of our two bosses to talk to me about my dress sense.
I went to the owner, so these things don't happen
Then
again.
I hope never to see your tits out ever again if you want to talk about a company.
It's just ironic because it seems like all the girls in the office have all of their hoo-has and all of their flaboingas all out all of the time. So I don't know why anyone is criticizing anyone in the office for having their schmaggles out. This is the exact same complaint I have about Chriselle claiming that Nicole's on drugs. Like, if you're doing drugs too, why are you using that as some sort of attack on other people? But regardless, it seems to be a big issue for Chelsea. She took great offense to it, and now they're not talking anymore. They're not friends anymore.
Chelsea's made it loud and clear that she does not like me. She snubbed me multiple times, and after everything that has happened and things she's done over the past year or so, at this point, the feeling's mutual.
All right, so this next part is my favorite part because it's the part that kind of defines why things in the office get so bad to begin with, okay? I'm going to play this clip, and then I'm going to dissect it bit by bit afterwards, so take a look.
You didn't. Yeah. Chriselle brought up the stupid drug thing again. And Nicole, she was like, oh, I think you're confusing me with your dead parents.
Do you guys remember what I said earlier in this video, okay, about the memory thing? You know, once a rumor like that starts, or once the false memory begins, it becomes so much more difficult to root it out and to reinstigate the truth in its place where it deserves to be. Y'all remember that, right? Okay, here's the thing. This starts to spread and the memory is now implanted, it's ingrained, and these people will not be able to be strong enough to remove it, to like surgically remove this bad memory that's not accurate.
Chriselle brought up the stupid drug thing again.
Oh, again! So then why isn't Chriselle the one who's responsible for ruining Friendsgiving? If she is the one instigating all of this, why is it not her who's being called out by all the girls in the office? Why does she have this protective bubble, a defense shield, a fucking like nuclear defense shield, or like, I don't even know. It doesn't make any sense to me why everyone seems to be letting Chriselle get away with everything while simultaneously acknowledging that Chriselle is instigating this shit. If you want peace in the office, okay, if you want peace in the Middle East, get rid of the person or people who are instigating the violence. There you go. That you have peace now. Boom, problem solved.
But I think it is beyond disgusting and below the belt to go after somebody's family, and especially after they've passed. There's so many other things that you can use as a jab. Deceased family is just not one of them.
Nah, I disagree. Go scorched earth. Like, truthfully, if someone's coming at me that hard and like throwing out all these accusations about drug usage or whatever it might be, go scorched earth. They obviously took the gloves off long before you did. Why not? Why not go scorched earth? Like that, at a certain point, it's no longer throwing jabs. You're fighting for your life. It just is what it is. Like, Chrishell didn't have to make those comments. Chrishell didn't have to say anything at the Friendsgiving, but she did so intentionally with the intention of pissing off Nicole. And congratulations, it worked. But you don't get to bitch and moan about the response that the person gives you. If you're the aggressor in that situation and someone comes back and hits you twice as hard, you don't get to complain. You started it. Like, you're pushing the boundary. If the other person is sitting there minding their business and you go up and you smack them in the face and they respond by beating the ever-living shit out of you, sorry. Don't care. Don't go around throwing jabs at people expecting them to not sucker punch you.
Fucked if I do, and fucked if I don't. Trust me, if I could control people's behavior, none of this would have happened. But
the problem is, not only can you not control other people's behavior, lately you haven't been able to control your own behavior.
Honestly, I entirely agree with what he just said. I don't think there's anything I can possibly add to that. That's kind of been my sentiment throughout this entire video anyways. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers eventually. Who knows when? I'm not in a rush, but you subscribing will help me get there. So I appreciate that. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching my video. Bye-bye.
You're fired.